Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today we just got some awesome new Blue Eyes White Dragon support. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can come part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out these awesome new cards. So we have some amazing new Blue Eyes support that's actually going to be coming out soon in the Blue Eyes structure deck, and we have 3 new cards released for the structure deck. So let's go ahead and check out and see what they actually do. So for the first one, we have a retrain of Kaiser Seahorse in the form of Neo Kaiser Seahorse, and this card looks absolutely phenomenal, and it actually helps out the Blue Eyes strategy quite a lot. This card is a light level 4 Dragon Tuner effect monster with 1700 attack and 1650 defense points, and you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. That if you control a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, for the second effect, you can actually target one light tuner you control and increase or decrease its level by 1. And for its third effect, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can actually send a Blue Eyes monster or a monster that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the graveyard, except another copy of this card. This card is phenomenal for the Blue Eyes deck because it's an awesome extender that makes it super easy to instantly go in for the new Blue Eyes Synchro monster, because you have now a level 3 tuner monster that you can actually make super easy because of that second effect. It is a level 4 by default, but you can use its effect to be able to reduce it down because it is a tuner as well, so it can target itself to be able to reduce its own level down by 1, making it a level 3, then using a level 1 tuner plus this card and a Blue Eyes White Dragon to step into the new Big Boss monster. This card is really good for the deck overall, and is definitely going to see play and really awesome in this deck. So for the next card, we have a phenomenal looking trap card. This card is one of the best artworks I've ever seen for a card. I love the artwork, and it's absolutely broken. It's called Majesty with Eyes of White, which will probably be changed to Majesty with Eyes of Blue in the TCG. But this card actually is pretty neat because it has the ability that you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once each per turn. For its first effect, you can show up to 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons from your hand, face up from field and or graveyard, then destroy that many cards your opponent controls, giving you disruption to be able to pop multiple cards on the field, which is absolutely amazing. I really like this card overall. It's definitely going to see play in the deck, and it also has the second effect that you can actually banish this card in the graveyard to be able to ritual summon a ritual monster from your hand by tributing a Blue Eyes White Dragons from your hand or field whose total level equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster, which is actually a really scary effect to be able to use because you can make Dark Magician of Chaos Max during the opponent's turn with this card, because you can just banish it from the graveyard to be able to ritual summon as long as you're using a Blue Eyes White Dragon's material. You're supposed to be summoning out Chaos Max or Chaos Dragon with this card, but as long as Dark Magician of Chaos Max exists, you're probably going to be making that during the opponent's turn if you can actually get to it. If there's a consistent way to be able to get to that card in this deck, which there's probably some super easy ways to be able to get to it, it's going to be absolutely broken, but for the time being, we're probably just summoning Chaos Max with this card's effect, but overall, really insane. Especially when you think about summoning Dark Magician of Chaos Max to basically just skip your opponent's turn is absolutely crazy. For the last card, for the new cards, we actually have a Link 1, which looks awesome. I love that it's on top of Mausoleum, and it's really cool because this card actually searches Mausoleum, and it's actually really good. This card is insane. It's a light dragon Link effect monster that's a Link 1, 300 attack with a bottom left arrow that takes 1 level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster monster to make this card, and you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. It has the effect that for its first effect, if this card is Link Summon, you can take a Mausoleum of White from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard, which is a pretty good effect to be able to use to instantly get it to your hand or send it to the grave. We then have for its second effect, you cannot special summon except for dragon monsters. I really like that effect that while it's on the field, it's going to lock you into dragons, which is pretty cool to instantly protect a lot of crazy plays. You're going to be able to do this like cards like Striker Dragon, that it's basically just going to instantly lock you in. For its third effect, you can tribute this card to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand or grave, but if you special summon an effect monster from the graveyard, it cannot attack. Also, its effects are negated. This card overall is pretty good for Blue Eyes. I really like this card's artwork. It's phenomenal for the deck because it's going to help you get to your copy of Mausoleum. Also, something else to note about this card is you can actually make this card with an Alistair the Invoker. So you can actually normal summon out Alistair the Invoker, search Invocation, and then once you do, you can link into this card, search your copy of Mausoleum, and then get this card all at the field in any way necessary, and have a light monster in the graveyard as well to basically lock down a copy of Makaba, which is going to be a really interesting strategy that you could perform in this deck if you can get this card off the field really easily with its second effect to distribute it and special summon a Blue Eyes from the hand or grave. It gets this card into the graveyard, you use Invocation, step into a copy of the Makaba using this and a copy of Alistair because this is a light monster. So you have some really interesting strategies that you can come up with this card. And because I noticed when it said that you could actually use a spellcaster to make this card, you could definitely do that. They're intending for you to use Sage with this card or one of the Eyes with Blue cards, but I feel like it's going to be really interesting to be able to use cards like Alistair the Invoker to be able to make this card by just normal summoning it out to your side of the field. Something I will note to you guys as well is this card is actually the 34th card in the set. And I want to show you guys something else that's really interesting I was taking a look at before this, but I was actually taking a look at this card, the new Big Boss monster of the structure deck, which is actually the structure deck that it's going to be released in. But I wanted to show you guys this. This is Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon, and this card is actually the 32nd card of the set, where this card is the 34th card of the set. So something to note about this is I feel like the last card that we're going to get, because we were told there was going to be 8 cards released for Blue Eyes for new cards, is we're actually going to get another extract monster. It could be another Link monster, it could be an XZ monster, it could be a fusion, or it could be anything. I feel like it's probably going to be I feel like it's going to be a fusion. I really want to say that it's going to be a fusion because I feel as though that with all the new support, we probably are going to get a new fusion because Blue Eyes is a fusion synchro strategy. They gave us this Link 1 because it's going to help out a little bit overall, but I feel like it's just going to be a fusion because it's really nice to have a new fusion for the archetype because cards like Alternative Ultimate are not in Master Duel, and so they're probably going to release something like that to be able to play in the TCG, a new Blue Eyes Ultimate, because that's usually the trend with Konami is they like to make Blue Eyes Ultimates. We might even get a XZ version of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon because now we have a Synchro version of Blue Eyes Ultimate, we have a fusion version of Blue Eyes Ultimate, and we could get an XZ version of Blue Eyes Ultimate as well, which is probably, I could see that because then it would require 3 level 8 Dragon monsters to be able to make it, and then you can make a really large XZ monster, which is probably what's coming. That's my speculation about what the last card is, but definitely tell me down in the comments down below what you think it is, because I believe that the number 1 card of the set is actually going to be Blue Eyes White Dragon for this particular set, with the second card actually being the new Maiden of White. And then we have for the third card slot, we actually have the new Kaiser Seahorse. Just to show you guys some interesting things about this, in between the cards for the spell cards, we actually don't have different like set numbers. We have 18 and then we have 19 between these, but something that really sticks out to me as I was looking at the article is that if you notice, you do have a 32 right here between this one, and then between the new Link monster we have a 34, meaning I really feel as though that the next card we're going to see is going to probably be maybe a fusion or an XZ for the next new card, but we won't know until Konami reveals it, which hopefully soon we will see what the final Blue Eyes cards. We're going to get one more card that's new for this structure deck, but I think it's really cool that we have a new Kaiser Seahorse. This card's going to help us make the Spirit Ultimate Dragon super easy. The new Majesty with Eyes or Dragons of White is going to be really interesting as well. To be able to pop multiple cards and have a disruption during the opponent's turn is really nice to have, and also being able to ritual summon is amazing. So now you like play Chaos Dragon in the deck, or Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, which is going to be insane. And the Link one is just going to help you get the stones into the graveyard, which is going to help you get into more plays, which is really nice. And also definitely be thinking about that Alistair play I suggested to you guys, because that's going to be really interesting because it does require just a spellcaster as well. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can come part of the notification squad, and definitely comment down below what you think is going to be the last new Blue Eyes support card. I think it's going to be probably an XZ that's going to be a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon that's going to take 3 Dragon level 8 monsters to make. It's going to be absolutely broken, and it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited for that one. So, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.